evening, morning, and afternoon to anybody tuning in with this. I'd say another movie review. I haven't done another movie review since Across the Spider Verse and Into the Spider Verse. Well, no, just Across the Spider Verse came out. Okay, so this is my second Spider-Man based movie review. I didn't intend to make this a quite often thing, but hey, I did intend for this to be a Spider-Man channel, so I know everything Spider-Man like will be on here mostly. But I watched Madam Web just last week. I watched this 2 hour movie. This Sonyverse movie is what people are calling it right now. I actually liked it. Now I know certain people didn't like it. That rather you weren't a Marvel fan or a Spider-Man fan, rather you did or didn't know who Madam Web was on this particular version of her. Her name is Cassandra. Yeah, I liked it. And I know I'm probably going to get so much slander, rather it be in my comments or on TikTok, because I already just made a TikTok before this, and I know it's about to get crazy. For me, I am very simple. If as long as it's cool and it kind of somewhat sticks to the comics, or most of the stuff about this particular character is to the comics, I'm not mad at it. Now, I know Sony hasn't done really well with most of their Spider-Man based movies. Like we just got Morbius, what, last year, the year before last. Not a lot of people liked it, and now we got this nickname theme called "It's Morbin Time." So, godly, it's Morbin Time. We're supposed to get Craven later this year. It was supposed to be last October, but we're getting it this October, along with Venom 3, which I'm really ready for both. I'm happy for both as well, but I'm really excited for both. I couldn't get the word out earlier. I'm more excited for Venom 3 than I am Craven, but I do look forward to watching Craven. The actor who plays Craven not only plays him, but he also played Quicksilver in the Avengers Age of Ultron, or in this case, the MCU universe, and he played Kick-Ass earlier in the 2000s. So I'm like, okay, this man is just bred and born for certain superhero movies. So I'm waiting for it. It's on my list of things to watch. Am I gonna be hurt when this is all gone? Yeah, just a little bit, because I get that Sony is doing a whole movie verse over just the villains or anti-heroes at the moment. But I think they were on the right track when they did Venom. But when they started going off Venom and try to do other people that not everybody knows very well, I think that's when it started to steer another track. And on top of all of that, these villains are no longer becoming villains. They're more all anti-hero or leaning to hero status. I get Venom makes sense. He's completely an anti-hero. He jumps from person to person. He differs from person to person given the symbiote's capabilities and history. But when you get to people like, for example, Silver Sable, not a lot of people know Silver Sable. So with Madam Web, I'm not shocked that everybody wasn't ready for this version of Madam Web, because people forget the original Madam Web died, and then we got Cassandra Web. So she was literally reincarnated. But the problem with Cassandra is her powers are not the same as the original Madam Web. The original Madam Web could bend time and space, could see past, present, and future, could see every version of Spider-Man. Basically as powerful as the Master Weaver, or maybe more. She is even best friends and buds with the Beyonder, who has all capabilities, but he's not above the one above all, or Stan Lee, the creator of the entire universe. But she is very powerful. But even Cassandra Webb, she is powerful herself, but she's not as powerful. If I had to be honest with myself, she is on the same level as, I want to say, as Spider-Man when he was first starting out. Like, she's not as strong, but she doesn't know how strong she can be. And I don't think she has any physical ties to the actual web. I think she just has the spiritual ties, which give her the ability to see the past, present, and future in all other versions of Spider-Man. She can't crawl on walls. She does have good fighting skills. She can hold her fight. I mean, she can hold her own in a fight. She even fought God, what was his name? She fought the Prowler, and she's actually cool with the Prowler. She fought him and won in a hand-to-hand combat fight. So she's not useless, but neither is she useful, if that makes sense. 100%. She can be useful, but only at the right time. She can't see 100% into the future, and every possible decision is foggy. So as the movie was trying to also explain herself, it was her all her powers are foggy, especially when she's just starting out. Everything was foggy. And when you're seeing all the stuff in the movie, as in the first outcome versus what actually happens after that, that's when you're like, she's not on that level yet, but she's getting there. Next, the villain of the movie, Ezekiel Sims. I really truly believe the cast was really spot on. The cast was perfect in my opinion. I know a lot of people didn't know who this was either. Honestly, I had to do my research because I did a video on this man long ago. I think like about almost 2 years ago. I did a video called Last Stand Spider-Man, the lore behind him. Ezekiel is a member of the actual Spider Society. There is a difference between what the books have and the movie has. In the movies, they call the Spider-Verse the Spider Society. The Spider Society is the very first group of people connected to the web. Their powers are a little bit more, I'd say OG, but more on the spiritual capabilities when it comes to being a spider. But unlike the Spider-Verse, where you just have ultimate versions of Miguel, Peter, other versions of Gwen and Miles, that's really what the Spider-Verse is. So the movies kind of flip-flopped it just for purposes. But Ezekiel Sims was actually on point because I know when he first met Peter, he wasn't really a hero, but he wasn't really a villain. The movie was like, this nigga straight up villain because he's having nightmares. The nightmare thing I wasn't big on. It didn't make sense to me at first, and I said, whatever, it's just for movie. Now, what really killed me was the fellow female heroines we have in the movie, other than Madam Web. You had 3 other female spider characters. None of them were really in their outfits for no more than at least 3 or 4 minutes because most of them were either in flashbacks, other possibilities of the future, or in the dreams of Ezekiel Sims. I really do also agree with their casting as well. Every last one of them are gorgeous. Even Madam Web herself is gorgeous. The cast was phenomenal. I just really wish we had got more of those spider characters, a little bit more. I get their teens, I get their kids. They haven't done anything yet, and they haven't even got their powers yet, according to the movie. So, I can't fight the plot, but I want to question it just a little bit. Just a little bit. The ending to me is goofy. It is the goofiest ending I have seen. I get that she's paralyzed now from the waist down. I know she's blind too, given the debris that happened from the blowing up of the movie. I'm gonna put spoiler alert in the beginning of it later. I did not like the shades, and I did not like the chair. I felt like it was Doctor Strange if he was literally in the Spider-Verse. That's what it felt like to me. The shape of the glass, the way she was just sitting in the chair with them goofy shades going diagonal. They were too thick. I didn't like it. I'd rather have taken the red blindfold over the shades. That's how goofy it looked. And she's wearing still the scarlet t-shirt or scarlet button-up shirt along with blue jeans and everything. I did not like the ending. Although I do think it was kind of funny how she mastered her powers better going blind. But I really thought the ending was the goofiest part. It was the goofiest thing ever. I couldn't get past it. I think that was my biggest complaint about the movie. Other than the very beginning with all these spider actual people with these Venom-like Brazilian Aztec outfits, I guess. I don't know. It was so weird. It felt a little corny too, because I get it's the Spider Society in the movie trying to explain that Madam Web, it has a connection to the web with the actual ancient versions of the Spider Society. They look so goofy, and I thought Madam Web's ending was goofiest. I think it is still compared to the Venom outfits, but I don't care. It didn't matter to me. It wasn't the biggest portion of it because them moving so freaking fast and doing so much stuff, it didn't really matter to me at all. I barely caught a glimpse. Every time I blinked, I thought, damn, why are they moving so fucking fast? I'm like, God. But no, I actually, out of all the flaws, I actually liked it. It could have been better. It could have been much, much better. I won't lie. If we had got something from the old Madam Web giving a connection to this Madam Web, it would have made sense. But the way the movie ended, it's like she has a connection to the web, but it doesn't mention nothing about her being a reincarnation of anything, and it's not going 100% by the book. But had they put that in the movie, I think it would have saved it. I don't mind the tidbits of these other fellow spider heroines, and I get why they were chosen to be in this movie, because those are Cassandra's closest allies. If you read Spider-Geddon, or in this case, Spider-Geddon and then End of Spider-Verse, they are her main three that she goes to. And if I'm not mistaken, one of them even tried to protect the web during the after the Spider-Verse event, when she joined the Web Warriors. I forgot which one, and I think they all go by the same name, Spider-Girl or Spider-Woman. So it don't matter. I just know the one that was just in plain black and white, and I hate to be racist, it was the white spider female. She was the one who joined the Web Warriors. I just don't know her name right off the bat. But all in all, this is what I think of the movie. This is what I had to say about the movie. If I had to rate the movie, I'd give it about a 5.5, maybe a 6. The way I grade, I would say start grading superhero movies. Like 10 out of 10 would be like Avengers Endgame or The Dark Knight. The lowest score I could give, like on like a 1, would be like Batman and Robin, or the Fantastic Four movie from 2015. If I had to say mid, it would be like, say, the Ghost Rider movie from 2006 or 7, or the Fantastic Four movies from the early 2000s. I'm gonna put Madam Web at 5, 5.5 or 6. One of them two, 5.5 or 6. That's what I would grade it. If you guys agree with me, let me know in the comments down below. If you don't, just do me a favor, don't leave a dislike about it, because that's what I just thought about the movie. But I'll catch you guys on the flip side, and we'll talk about it later, I guess. You can hit me up on TikTok, or you hit me up here. Don't matter. Later, Websters.